Gino King Boxing back in the building, back with some more boxing news, back for that post-fight reaction. Jared Anderson versus Martin Bacoli. Jared Anderson gets knocked out in the 5th round by Martin Bacoli. Jared Anderson, the whole fight, well, we already knew before the fight. We looked and seen how huge Martin Bacoli was during the weigh-in. I already knew it was going to be a problem. I knew it was going to be a problem before the fight. I said, man, look how big this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Has Jared Anderson has he ever fought a guy that's bigger than him, that much bigger than him? Huge guy. And it was definitely a mistake. Martin Bacoli came out very, very stationary, but he was throwing bombs. And Jared Anderson couldn't get out of the way of him. As we all know, Jared Anderson, a young, up-and-coming fighter, star, but he had no answer for Martin Bacoli. Martin Bacoli dropped him at the end of the 1st round, dropped him with a combination, and I knew then, yeah, he was in trouble. And I can tell the look, if you looked at Jared Anderson's eyes, the way he was looking, from the 1st round to the end of the fight, you could just tell that it looked like he wasn't sure of himself in this fight. It was just something off about the way he was looking in the face. Like, I think he came out that 1st round, probably got hit with a couple of shots, and he knew, like, man, this ain't going to be like my other fights right here. I'm going to really, really have to fight this guy. This guy right here is a dog. And, yeah, in between the rounds, Jared had a moment or so to where he was letting his hands go, to where he caught Martin Bacoli, but it just wasn't enough. At the end of the day, I think Martin Bacoli got hit by Jared Anderson's best punch, and after that, he had no respect for Jared Anderson. Bacoli walked him down the whole fight, putting pressure on him, and he knew that, man, this guy can't hurt me. And that was the case. Jared Anderson could not hurt Bacoli. He hit Bacoli with some clean shots, but it just wasn't doing enough. It wasn't doing enough to Bacoli for him to respect him. And by the 5th round, Bacoli had dropped him. Bacoli dropped him once in the 5th round with a nice combination. And then Jared Anderson got up and got dropped again. And when he got up from this time, he was already stunned and dazed, and Bacoli just went in and just started blistering him with a number of shots, and the referee jumped in and stopped the fight. But overall, I think it was a great heavyweight match. Very very exciting, and yeah, he stopped Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson gets stopped in the 5th round by Martin Bacoli, getting dropped 3 times in the fight. So what's next for Jared Anderson? Man, I don't know. Jared Anderson, as we all know, has had a history of not being motivated to fight, not being, making boxing his number one sport, his number one passion. And I always said that this will be a problem for Jared Anderson in the future if he doesn't put boxing number one. When you're in a combat sport like this in boxing, you have to put this number one, or you'll get in there and get hurt. And and look what we got. If he wasn't motivated when he was undefeated and boxing wasn't his number one priority, that's a bad sign when you take your first loss. Because when you take your first loss, most fighters, they'll go into a phase to where, they may want to retire or quit. And if he was already unmotivated, you know, is this the end of Jared Anderson? Are we going to see him back in the ring again after this loss? I mean, a lot of questions. A lot of questions. So that's my take on the fight. You know, we all hope he doesn't retire after this. Will Jared Anderson retire after this? That's my question. But hey, this is Gino King Boxing. Y'all press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm out.